1, nom nom 2, nom nom 3, nom nom 4. Oh, that wasn't working. Okay, good. I've turned a pizza into a pizza pocket. I didn't even realise I had it, but it's yummy. Oh yeah. Nom nom nom. Okay. That is good enough. Totally good enough to keep me going for. Right. So, what we all right. Originally, I made a post. It was a little bit. How do I put this? Nasty. Because I genuinely thought that MIT had nicked my IP, and I was a bit annoyed about that. But they haven't. I've read the paper. Not only have they not nicked the IP, that they've missed the point of the entire thing. So, what I might do before we get into the opals, which is just here, got this arrangement here. What is that, you might ask? That's a good question. Basically, I found a few things out, and once I finish eating the pizza, I'll show you what I found out. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Ah, there it is. Nom 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 nom. Okay. So the MIT experiment spent. Oh, Max. What will I do? You're not going to like what I'm going to give you. Max has just saw me eating pizza and saying, I want some of that. I want some of the pizza. Fine, I'll get you some pizza. Why not? What are you seeing there? I don't think there's anything particularly controversial there. No. So I'll grab a pizza. Look in Max and have a piece of pizza, and then I'll be shut up. You know what? Bird owners the world round have got birds that are shouting, shut up! I wonder why. Okay. So, first thing first, I'm going to get a bowl and put this pizza. Bless her, it's my daughter. And so, this is the pizza. I'll get a piece for the birds. They'll love it. Yeah, it is okay to feed the pizza. Oh, 32 people. Hello, 32 people. Just in time to watch me feed the birds some pizza. This is all I feed them. I'm joking. Okay, Max. Here you go. Nom, Loki, you okay? Now, I would be Pony, but she doesn't like it. So, what I can do with her is I can get her some seeds. For those people who actually look after birds, fire out. For those of you that look after birds, it's a really good hack to put your seeds into the freezer because that stops all sorts of moths from destroying things. There you go. Nom nom, nom nom. Now put them up here, into there. There you go. They are so, far out. These birds, honestly. I've got a turd on my finger. Right. Because I wanted to eat pizza, and then I've got, bird poo. Right, so here we go. I'm using the other hand, so don't get all annoyed. Done. Might I point out that it's delicious. Now, what have I got here? Energy drink, which is of course very important. But what I've discovered, completely by accident, I was trying to do another experiment, but this is really cool. MIT spent about $1 million making a interference chamber, blah, blah, blah. And what I've discovered If you have a look here, this might not look like anything to you. Close this off. Pizza there. It's important to have pizza whilst you're doing experiments. Okay. It's important to knock things over whilst you're doing experiments. Okay, so what's going on here? That, if you see that cross kind of formation, that means that it's actually done a double slit somehow. Now, originally I was going to one up the MIT guys by just using a pair of underpants. I kid you not, I can do that. But we figured out that the boundary here, the meniscus here, actually, well, you can literally see it because it's bouncing back there. So what it's doing is it's creating a little bouncy effect here, and there's another bouncy effect here. And what that is doing is it's cancelling and interfering with itself and creating an interference pattern. So all these people are making all these double slits and doing all sorts of bullcrap, and all they needed was a glass of water. Hello there, Ivan. They literally needed a glass of water. Instead of $1 million worth of stuff, a glass of water. Can't believe it. So what you do here, so we'll just make this experiment work out properly now. Pop that laser up here. Hopefully it's going through the right spot. Yeah, so I've made this rig from entirely made up parts, basically. Get this guy, put it here. Okay, that's a polarizing filter from a TV. So if you have a look here, it's probably really bright. I'll try and zoom in so that you can actually see something of it. I'll try and get that resolution going a bit better because it's a bit too glary. Let's just move this over here a bit. And let's just move this. Ah, there we go. Yep, hopefully that's got it. Nope. Zoom in. Have you got... You can just see it. You can just see there's actually... Can you see that? Let's... Where's my hand? There it is. You can see that little... The little gaps there. That's an interference pattern. And so that took people heaps and heaps and heaps of effort to do it. So I can just do it just with a glass of water, basically. Now the cool thing about this is if you move this tray back a bit, there's a few things going on. If you move this tray back a bit, the interference pattern, it moves ever so slightly, but it does move. And what that demonstrates is that light is behaving as a wave right there. But if you have a look at the dots, have a look at those dots. See how they're not moving? The only time they move is when I move the camera. So what I'll do is I'll just pop. You can see the nice interference patterns there, but can you see how the dots just simply don't move? I'm going to let the camera go, hopefully you'll see that. I'm trying to make a point here. There we go. Practically no movement whatsoever, and any movement you're seeing is actually to do with the movement of the water or anything like that. So what you're seeing there is absolutely no movement. If the light was a particle, then you'd be getting a splatter of particles. You wouldn't be getting just one spot. And this is kind of profound because what you're seeing here is that the light is actually behaving as a wave, but it's not any old wave, it's a standing wave. It's like the peak is staying put. And there's a whole heap of really, really weird reasons why that might be happening. And one of them is that somehow our reference frame is going backwards at the speed of light. I'm not going to talk about that because that's a bit trippy. But yeah, that's something that you can do in your kitchen just with a little laser experiment. I've got a computer there, so like to make it look like it's a computer-assisted experiment, we can put the computer up there, just so that we can pretend that we've done it with computers. There we go. We did it with a computer. What else? Oh yeah, they super cooled it. So let's find something cool in the freezer. So maybe ice cubes. Oh, there we go. Don't know what that is, but we'll use that. There we go. So so we'll put that on the laser so we can say that we super cooled it as well. So There we go. So now we've got a computer. We've got our super cooled laser with an ice cube. So we've just emulated all of the MIT stuff now. We've done all of the MIT things, and now we've got our interference pattern. There we go. So that's pretty cool experiments. Let's go have a look at some opals, shall we? Let's turn that bad boy off. So what I've done today is I spent a little bit of time just grinding up these opals. And these guys will go inside to the opal lab. Okay. I think Max wants a snacky poo. Do you want a snacky poo, Max? Shall we give him one? Right, here we go. Max, what do you reckon? You want one of these? He loves them. Nom 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 nom. Oh, see that? He just went. I don't know where it went. It just disappeared. Here, have another one. Yeah, we're getting out there. Do you want another one? There you go. Do you want one, Loki? Want one of these? Put a few of those in it. There you go. It's in your bowl. Have a look. In your bowl. See the bowl there? I put it in your bowl. Good. All right. Yeah, that's all done. There's our computer experiment. There's our polarizing filter. Oh, my pizza. Yum. Nom nom nom. Right. Oh, I was going to show you something. I'll do it quickly. Oh no, the last thing that you got to do about experiments and with science and physics and all that kind of bull dust, shall we say? So chat. Have a chat. Oh, look at them. I'm looking like a mad professor too. Good. With all the science and stuff, you got to do something called falsifiability. Which means if you make a theory, you've got to actually be able to prove it right and prove it wrong. You've got to find the tests that prove it wrong as well as prove it right. That's what we've really been lacking in the last, I don't know, 20, 30 odd years. As a matter of fact, 50, ever since Einstein, really. And so the state of our science is actually a little bit shocking. That's why you get people who do all the vaccine stuff and all that kind of stuff, because they've got a way in, basically, because they can say people aren't doing science, and you go, well, kind of not really. So we can fix that by doing proper science, and you don't have to do an MIT lab. You can go into your kitchen and you can design the experiment yourself, and you can make something happen. But let's do something a little bit more shiny than science. So I've got this here. Now, also, I'm putting together a thing. I'll show you this. This is my idea. I'm putting that together, and I'm going to place that onto here. You're not going to see where I'm placing it, but I'm placing it onto a piece of wood, and it's going to blow air, and hopefully that air will blow all of the water away from the camera. So that's my hope anyway. We'll find out soon enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this around, zoom it in a little bit. There we are, perfect. Now, I'll sit us down and I'll grab, where's my drinky boot? There it is. Drill is not necessary now. I've been busily doing busy work, and I've been working for work, and I've been working here, and I've been cleaning up, and I've been designing other things. I'm also designing something called a comparator engine. And when I get that up and running, what I'll do is I will literally put the engine online, and anyone who likes programming and doing all those kinds of nerdy things, they can have a go at programming the thing. I swear, honestly. No, not like swearing. I mean, no, you know what I mean. Right. Let's have a look here. Oh. You'll have to believe me, it is impressive in real life. Let's try over here. Welcome to Australia, hang on. Can't see it. Little spider. Oh well. Alright. We've got a few guys here. Now, I have spent a little bit of effort making sure we've got good ones, so they better darn show. There we go. Look at that. See a nice little shiny? Zoom right in so you can see it. Come on. There we go. Not really doing that great, is it? How's that? There you go, finally. See, I told you it was shiny. Alright. I dropped the other one. No, it doesn't matter, I've got plenty. Find that one in the morning. Can't be bothered. I don't think I'm getting any better from using that light than I would have doing it this way. So we're just going to get cracking, I think. And I am getting so that I can have my cake and eat it too, so to speak. Just making sure I've got good. That one's not going. We can at least see some colour there. Alright, let's just go. Let's just get it cracking.
That's one done, pretty impressive. Quite like that one. Let's give this one a crack. Hoping this one will be even better. We'll see. I am, as they say, somewhat constrained. So it's time to get the opal to shine out of its little hidey hole. We'll see how we go. I personally think this is a brilliant opal, but we'll see how it goes. You can sort of predict what's going to happen, but you can't really predict what's going to happen. It's either going to be a smasher or I'm going to smash it against something. We may be getting somewhere. Hey there, Opal guy. How you doing? Yeah. Why don't you go play golf? Works for presidents. We've been playing weekend at Bernie's for a while, mate. And maybe you should be thankful. Because the alternative ain't much better. Yeah, I know. I think America in general is getting on a lot better, though. That's what I've seen, observed. Yeah, I have a suspicion that there's actually a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of colour coming through. Right. So this is actually quite a colourful opal, believe it or not. Celine Dion filter on. thinking of doing something heretical and actually letting the layers speak for themselves, but I think I can't do that. That is good enough. Just trust me on that one. Going through beautifully. This guy. I've been a bit naughty this time around. I've pre-bedded and pre-rubbed a lot of these. This one hasn't been. I'm just trying to make it more fun for you guys. Hello Stephen, how you doing? I'm doing well, you seem to be doing well, we're all doing well, everyone's well. It is indeed. Lucky he's the opal guy, because if he was an opal guy, it'd just be AOG. If you're wondering, yes I am. I am indeed cutting this in half. See, it was a sensible decision team. Yeah, I think it was. That feels like sand in there. Even with some opal, but mostly sand. Snapping time. on for a second. Let's just clean this up. That's the other innovation I've been working on. I've been trying to get it so that we've got uninterrupted views all the time. I'm not doing mid-roll ads, and at the moment that's costing YouTube more than it's costing me, because they've made a silly dispute about, I don't know what this dispute's about, but I'm just happy to keep going like this. I'll get personal sponsorships, and that's $30 to $50 as opposed to $3 a month if I'm lucky. Get rid of that spot later on. This side looks okay. So I've got two, that's a pair, which is pretty important. Alright, let's have a look at what else we've got. Got a lot of those, haven't we? Let's try and get let's get a different one out. I said a different one. All I can say is it's glittering away here, not glittering away over there, sort of thing. pattern? Right, good. Pattern looked at. I know what I'm doing. See that nice little kind of colour there? Now this one's quite iridescent in real life. I'm not commenting much because I'm absolutely bone tired, but other than that, I'm fine. Nice, look at that. Beautiful. All right. Tiny but mighty, this shouldn't take too long. little bit fuzzy, isn't it? There it is, hang on for 1 second. To make the surface a little bit more hydrophobic, should make life a bit easier for us all. So you don't think we even need to wipe it now, it'll just resolve on its own. We will wipe it though. There we go. So now you can see this beautiful opal. Nice and dropped. Well, that's that. That's a sign, I suppose. Do this one. Try and snap off again. There we go. And snapped off successfully. Back in it goes. That means that we've got material to work with for little opals as well. Just an economy measure. Check that out. That's a good bit. So the moment all the debris is off, that's the bit where we can relax a bit more. Then it's just a matter of shaping. There we go, good. Naturally, I don't want to cut them short, but I have to sometimes. Hello there, Mercy. Or should I say thank you, Mercy? Mercy. As I was saying before, I don't want to break them because that makes them less valuable. This one will sit at about 1.5 to 2 carats at the moment. And I think I can pretty much lock that one in at that kind of price. So, it's a lightning rich stone, so $200 to $500, I'd say. Bit hand wavy, don't quote me. Opals are very difficult to value. Just believe me, it looks good. Millions wouldn't, but you will. Okay. I'm just moving this back a bit. Hopefully that will help with the... There we go. It's time. Oh, 1 hour has passed. Yeah. Excellent. Got that one. Just picking Opal. That one? Nah. Yep, the purple is definitely the stone, and I'm hoping to go from purple to blue, to be honest. Let's see what happens. Here we go. one's pretty good. It'll probably be better in the sunlight. Let's have a look at this guy. I'm more interested in just taking the sand off this bit. I reckon I'll call this the Justin Snap. I'll just do clip back in. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm not my usual chatty self. I am just a bit tired, that's all. I'm not trying to ice you all out. Thank you. I'll be finishing off very soon anyway. We'll have a look at the birds. We'll try one more Magnum Opal. I'll see if I've got one in the main opal jar, I suppose. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Kind of like blue obsidian. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's really phantasmagorical. Ish. I'm going to try real streams. Stay there and hopefully that'll fix it. And just putting you at the exact opposite end of the bench to try and get. Is it already started? Oh my goodness. All right, I suppose. But that water just keeps tracking and following, doesn't it? I promise I'll get to the bottom of this. There we go. Now, let's have a look here. A bit of a snappy rut. There we go. Just take a little piece off. Just to, it's economic, it's efficient to do that. You might be able to use it for something else. I kind of know where this colour is going to show up. Right at the edge there. Then I have to angle it back, I think. For the love of Mike, you little thing. Stop doing that. Go. Happy now? Good. This one's blowing away here, so just giving a little bit of a surface clean trying to get just the sand off it. It's deep sand. There we go. Not a bad little self-shake. Sadly, the opals, they didn't end up being as shiny as I was hoping. You should... Oh, there we go. You should see them in the sunlight. That's the thing. They look beautiful, iridescent things. 7 likes. Thank you very much for doing that. In we go. Jack it off. So tired. Got work tomorrow too. I'll quickly show you this. Building it. Called a comparator engine. I'll tell you how that works out later. I'll literally give you the a link to the engine once it's up and running so you can have a crack at coding it if you're one of those kinds of people. Alright, Max. Do you want a scratchy poo? The people want to know. Oh, yawning. And my beautiful face. Now Max. Come here. Scratchy poo. Just in the back of your head. Ooh, it's all right. I was getting a bit of a jump scare. He didn't like the fact that I was grabbing at his neck. I was just trying to get the there. Yeah, that one. It's okay, sorry. It's a bit sensitive there, is it? Bit of a reflex action. Okay, sorry. Well, that was interesting. Yeah. Staying alive, staying alive. Huh, 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 huh. Staying alive. What's this? Huh? What's this, huh? Oh, right there, huh? That's right behind the eye. Let me have a go.
Right, you want a scratchy poo, do you? I'll give you a scratchy poo. No worries. Scratchy poo. No, you want freedom, do you? I'm about to go to bed. I'll give you freedom tomorrow. You realise you scared like 45 people doing that? Okay. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? All right. What have we got here? Splat. Pony go splat. Pony go splat. Pony go splat. Oop, there we go. Oop. Sorry about that. Just, there we go. Oop. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Oh, I'm too tired to do that. Oh, there we go. In you get. Well, did you know? Hey, Louis. Did you know that that wasn't my voice? That was Pony doing the whole like and subscribe thing. I swear. I swear of the grave of the ancient Hittite civilization that it was not my voice. It was Pony's voice. And because it's Pony's voice, it must be destiny. Did I look longingly at the sky enough? It's the ceiling, I know, but sky. Destiny. Right, anyway. Because it's destiny, you must do it. Or alternately, I'm lying my ass off. One of the two. Anywho, that's about it. We'll finish off on lasers. There's a laser. Once again, MIT experiment, yes, maybe. But you can replicate it in your own home just using a tank of water. Isn't that amazing? Anywho, have a lovely evening, or whatever it is over in your neck of the woods. Oh, there we go. Dr. Ferdinand! Oh, I'm under attack by a giant green laser. Oh, no, it's interfering. Oh.